Hello children, Krishna Mamia. Today we will learn the first chapter of your book, Snapshot. And the name of the chapter is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan. Now, who is William Saroyan? William Saroyan, he is an Armenian writer, and later he had been migrated to California. When he was young, he was very poor, and his father died at a very young age, and he had been sent to an orphanage. But later somehow he came back to meet his mother, and they reunited once again. Now let's come back to the story. This is a very simple but very interesting story, and this is written in first person narration. In this, one of the character is the narrator itself, and it is written as I. And who is he? He is Aram. Now this is a story of two Armenian children. Now where this Armenia? Armenia is a small country between Asia and Europe, but most of the Armenian people, they have been shifted to California. And even in this story, the main two characters is the main two boys, Aram and Murad. They were migrated to California. And one more character is the owner of the horse, that is John Byro. He is a farmer. He has got a very small role in this one, but we will come to know about him when we go inside the story. Now, what is in this story? This is a story of two Armenian boys, Aram and Murad, who had a passion for horse riding. All of us, when we are young, we have a passion for something or other. So these two children, they had a passion for horse riding. They loved horse riding. But riding a horse, owning a horse means you should have some money. And these children, they belong to very, very poor tribe. And was the name of the tribe? They belong to Garagulanian tribe, that is a tribe from Armenia. And what is the main characteristic of this tribe? This tribe is known, they were famous for their honesty. They're famous for their honesty, and what is the main characteristics? Famous for being honest, but they were extremely poor. So somehow in this story, the other boy, the elder boy of the two, the Murad, he had stolen a horse. He had stolen a horse just for the joy of riding, because he loved animals. As we come in the story, we will learn about him also, that he was a lover of animals, and he stole a horse, a beautiful white horse, just for the passion of riding. He kept it for 1 month, and later his conscience did not allow him, so he returned it to the rightful owner, that is John Byro. So now let's come to the story. The story has started in a very nostalgic mode. Now the nostalgic mode, nostalgia, that is a feeling. That is a feeling when we talk about something, some happy moments of the past, when we recall something of the past. It happens with all of us, one day or another. Okay. So one day back there in good old days, when I was 9, that is Aram. Aram, the narrator, he was telling that when he was 9 years old, what happened that time? Okay, the world was full of imagination, full of imaginable kind of magnificence. Means everything was beautiful for him. He was an innocent child. Here, Aram was shown to be an innocent child, and he was a very simple child. And life for him was delightful and mysterious dream, and full of imagination, while his other cousin, Murad, he was 13 years old. He was considered to be crazy by everybody except Aram. Why Aram didn't consider him to be crazy? Because Aram understood him. He trusted on Murad. And why other people considered him to be crazy? Now, what is being crazy? Being crazy means, okay, we don't follow the rules and regulations. We have, means if we want to do something, if we like something, we do it. That is being crazy. And Murad was this kind of boy. Okay, so he was considered crazy by everybody except him. Because he loved his cousin, he understood him. So one fine day, it was early in the morning, at 4 o'clock. The day was about to break. Okay, 4 o'clock early in the morning. So if somebody taps at your door at 4 o'clock in the morning, of course he cannot be a normal person. Must be a crazy means. He just thought of having a ride in the horse at that early hour. So he came to knock at the window, and he called, Aram. So he jumped out of his bed. Who could it be at 4 o'clock in the morning? So he looked out of the window. It was not bright because the day has not broken yet. It was only 4 o'clock. It was a bit light was there. It was a bit dark. So whatever he saw outside the window, he couldn't believe. He was just thinking that, is it a dream or is it a reality? Because Murad was standing here. Murad was there sitting on a beautiful white horse. So he couldn't believe what he saw. So he rubbed his eyes. He rubbed his eyes to make sure that whatever he's seeing outside, the thing he's seeing, that is Murad sitting on a beautiful horse, that's not a dream. So he has to rub his eyes to make believe. So when Murad saw this, he says, yes, it's a horse, you're not dreaming, very quick if you want to ride. So he invited Aram to ride this horse. He knew that it is difficult for Aram to believe that the horse is standing in real there. Why did he think that? He couldn't believe because they were very poor. So let's turn the page. I knew my cousin Murad enjoyed being alive more than anybody else who had fallen into the world by mistake. But this was more than even I could believe. Okay, so he's written that he enjoyed being alive, means very active person, and he loved horse riding, he loved animals, and according to Murad, he had a way with animals, he had a way with everything. So he was a very active person, but whatever he was seeing, whatever Aram was seeing there, that was more than what he could believe. Why? This is very important point written here, children. In the first place, why it was difficult for him to believe? In the first place, my earliest memories had been memories of horses, my first longing. Now, what is longing? Longing is a deep desire, strong desire to do something. So what was the longing of Aram? His longing since his childhood was horse riding. He had a desire, he had a passion for horse riding. And when you have a passion for something, when you yearn for something and you see it in front of it, it's more like a miracle, more like a dream come true. Okay, so, and for that small boy who was just 9 years old, seeing a horse, beautiful white horse standing in front of him, it was difficult for him to believe. So that was his first longing, was to ride, and that was standing in front of him. And the second, that was a wonderful part, okay? That thing he longed was there. It was like he couldn't believe. Now, in the second place, we were poor. Now there was a dilemma in his mind. Is this a reality or is this my dream? He was happy at one place because something he longed for, that is in front of him. In the second place, we were poor. That was a part that wouldn't permit me to believe what I saw. Now, what he saw there, now he believed that it was not a dream. In real, the horse was there, and in real, Murad was sitting on the horse. Now, why he had the second thought? That wouldn't permit him to believe what I saw. Now, children, the para after that is very important. Singh has written, we were poor, we had no money. Okay, we had no money. A whole tribe was poverty-stricken. So in this para, in the whole para, there's he has explained, he has written about the characteristics of the Gargalian family, Gargalian tribe, the tribe he belonged to. Because they were so poor, they were extremely poor, that sometimes more or less, it was difficult for them to manage for 2 square meals any day. 2 square meals means sometimes they could not manage for even 2 square meals. And they were so poor. Okay, this is a very lovely line here. Amazing and comical poetry in the world. Now, why amazing and why comical? Comical means sometimes something is silly type of poetry. Means you couldn't believe that they could be so poor, still somehow they managed to get enough money to, with food in our bellies. Bellies means stomach, means they could manage 2 square meals. But even the oldest member of their family, they have no idea how from where did the money come from, how could they manage to get food to feed their family. But somehow they get it. And that is the comical part, that somehow they get it from nowhere. They had no idea how could they manage, but with odd job and all those things they could manage. And the family, even though they were very, very poor, okay, since 11th centuries, since last 11 centuries, this tribe had been known to be honest. So he had written about his tribe. Okay, they have migrated from Armenia long back, and they were settled in California. So when this story was written, the tribe was in California. And what did he write about his tribe? We were proud first. Proud for what? Proud to be a Gargolian tribe. Proud to be of this tribe. Proud to be born in this tribe. So he has written, we were proud first, honest next. They were honest also, and after that we believed in right and wrong. Means they believe what is right and what is wrong. So what is wrong for them. Nobody can prove it to be right. So they were so strong in their belief and trust. And none of us would take advantage of anybody in the world, let alone steal. Means this tribe, people belonging to this tribe, they cannot take advantage of anybody. So how could anyone? So how could Aram or Murad? Aram was just thinking that how could Murad, who was one of this tribe, who was one of the members here, how could he steal? How could he steal? So that is not possible. But consequently, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it so lovely, even though I could hear it breathing so exciting, I couldn't believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad, with me, or with any of the members of our family. So why did he write? He wrote that even though the very much existence, he explained about the horse, that he could smell it, he could feel it, he could see it. Means he very much existed there, the horse. I'm using he because when you like a pet, when you love an animal, we can use the word he. So Aram narrated, Aram told that the horse was very much there, but with all those things, it is not possible. It is not possible that Murad could own, because they were very much poor. So he was just thinking, when nobody, let alone Murad, nobody in this tribe, nobody of the Gargolian tribe could own such a beautiful horse or any horse. So how is it possible that he's sitting on this horse? That means there's only one option left. He must have stolen it. He must have stolen it. But then again, he refused to believe that he has stolen it, because in his conscious mind, he was just thinking that nobody in this tribe can steal it. No member of the Gargolian family could be a thief. So, children, this is the part that is the struggle is going between his mind about whether he has stolen it or how did he derive the horse. But the longing to ride on the horse is there, because even he was a small child and he has a love for the horse. And that was inside him since his childhood. The longing was there. So I'll tell you tomorrow, we will see tomorrow how he will convince himself to believe and to ride this horse. Okay, we'll learn about it, we'll study about it tomorrow. Till then, thanks for listening. Have a lovely time. Good day, children.